Hi, my name is Julie Veenstra, and I'd love to share with you a little bit about my story. Uh, you know how sometimes when you get a little bit older and you start looking back and realizing how remarkable things are about your story. And when you're in the actual journey, when you're in the actual story, you might not think it was anything special or remarkable. But then when you're sitting back and you're a little bit older and you're looking back over all of this, all of a sudden you realize that, wow, if my path had gone a slightly different way, or if I made slightly different choices, what would have happened? I don't think I would have been standing on the Great Wall of China or experiencing Paris. I'm pretty sure I wouldn't have had all the kids that I do have, because my health was not very good before I started this whole journey. So I just really felt that maybe it was time to start sharing my story a little bit more and sharing what I did, because I just thought, all these wonderful effects that I've had, I don't want to keep them to myself. I just really want other people to experience this as well. So my journey started back in 1997 when I had to make different changes for my health. I had been eating clean already and trying different remedies, but my immune system was so low and I had so many different health issues going on. And so finally somebody suggested to me that, I stop all these different remedies and stuff and just start feeding my body what it actually needs, just basic raw materials, the foundational nutrition. And so I started doing that, and I started trying a different brand, and just completely changed the direction of my health, and then also changed the direction of my life. So initially I just started because I just needed better health, and it grew into something where I wanted to help other people. And so I just started sharing it. And I feel so very blessed that all of that happened, because then later on I was as a single mom for almost 8 years. And it was something where I could actually support myself and my son, and have actually kind of a neat life. I didn't have to work 9 to 5 for somebody else. And we could still have adventures and trips, and be able to financially be secure. And now I'm a homeschooling mom. I have 3 young ones that I homeschool, and I'm also a grandma. And I have the health and the energy to be able to appreciate and enjoy all these wonderful blessings that we now have. And I just really feel like this has been something unique, and I feel like I stumbled upon it. But I thought maybe it was time that I really start sharing this with other people, so that if you're also stumbling upon this, perhaps it will have the same effect on your life or even better. So now, what am I talking about here? My real passion is to help people live each day and live it well. I'm not here trying to help people find the fountain of youth and live forever. I know we can't prevent everything, but look at this slide. Look here, it says 80% preventable for heart disease, cancer 60% preventable, diabetes 90% preventable. So I know we can't prevent everything, but we sure can do a lot better than what we're doing. And I really wanted to encourage people, we just need to make some changes. Just stop challenging our bodies with things it doesn't need and start fueling our health. Now, fueling our health means eating clean. So are you fueling your body, fueling your cells with all the nutrients in the right amount every single day? And first of all, drinking enough water is very important, and then just eating real whole food. Now, can we get enough of the nutrients that we need just from eating food alone? I don't really believe that we can, because if you're pregnant, your protein needs more than double. If you're an athlete, there's a lot of nutrient needs that really go up. If you're stressed, you have higher nutrient needs. And if we had to eat all the calories to get all the nutrients that we need every day, that would cause other problems. So I really do believe that we need to be very wise with our food choices, but also that we need to very smartly or very wisely fill those nutrient gaps. So here's where we come to the brand that I've chosen to work with and partner with. And it's mainly because of the quality issues. Now, I know there's a lot of other good companies out there, but I've chosen to work with this brand just because I can trust them. I trust them because of the longevity, because they really guarantee that what's on their label is going to get into my cells, and because of all the results that I've seen over the past over 20 years. So I'm just going to share with you a little bit more about why on earth am I asking to even take a look at this brand as a solution for helping you live each day and live it well. First of all, it's very important to know the history of the company. Dr. Shackley, he was born in 1894 in Carlisle, Iowa, and he was not the most healthy child. He was born, or he was diagnosed with tuberculosis early on, and not given a very good prognosis to have a long, healthy life. And his mom decided to take him out of the city where they were living and move him to a farm, and really worked with natural remedies to bring him back to health. So he was impacted early on by the power of nature to heal, and also the importance of staying in harmony with nature. This really impacted him so much that when he started to become a chiropractor and a naturopath, he also really saw the need to help people increase their nutrient levels beyond the amounts that they could get just from eating foods. And so he created the first multiple vitamin in the US in 1915. His dedication to being in harmony with nature also meant he wanted to have a very soft footprint on the earth. And so he designed the first organic household cleaner, first green cleaner in 1960, the first plant-based protein powder, and also the first phosphate-free laundry detergent. So this company has a lot of firsts because they're not followers, they are pioneers. They do what is right because it is right. And so that is another thing that's very different about this company. So one of the things you're going to know just by looking at a label is what is not in that product. At least you hope you know that you know what is not in the product by looking at the label, because there's a lot of contamination issues as well. But if you're looking at a label, it has things on it like sucralose or aspartame or MSG or artificial flavors, you know that it's not a company that is really looking out for what is the best thing to give to your cells, what is the best way to build your health. So you really want to make sure that none of these things are on your labels if you are taking supplements. And then the Shaklee difference goes beyond just looking at a label. You cannot just look at a label and expect that you know everything you need to know about that product. This is something that you're going to be ingesting, taking into your body, paying money for it, and this is supposed to be building your health. You want to know without a doubt that it's going to be pure and potent, and you want to know that there's proof that it actually works. So with Shaklee, they have the purity beyond anybody else. They really do go way above industry standards. They are what we call beyond organic. So they screen for over 350 contaminants, pesticides, and impurities on every botanical ingredient, which is 3 times more than what they're required to do. So it costs them more money, more than what they're required to do, but they do it because they know it's the right thing to do. They have never had a questionable result in quality testing in over 100 years. So that is really remarkable. Why does that matter to you? Because if they didn't do that kind of testing, you might get results like this from their supplements. So here is some studies that were done, and here's 2 studies that exceeded contamination limits for PCBs. It was something that was not caught in their manufacturing. So then who got it? The consumer. Another soft gel product contains spoiled fish oil. Again, something that wasn't caught in their manufacturing process. So who received it? The consumer. It should not be a buyer beware market, but it is. You have to research the brands that you're using just to make sure that you know you can trust the company. Inaccurate labels. This is another big issue. Here is another study that was done, and 1/3 of the supplements tested didn't contain the supplement even advertised. So it said it on the bottle, it said this is what it had, but it didn't even contain that supplement. And unfortunately, a lot of this does happen in the industry. So beyond just making sure that what is on the label is in the bottle, you also want to make sure that what you're taking is something that is in harmony with nature and something that is in harmony with how your body will absorb it the best. Now, the B vitamins is the best example of this. So Shaklee took B vitamins, and I know a lot of people take B12. Now, I always say to people, B vitamins are a family of 8, and if you're taking just B12, what's happening with the other 7 in the family? You're not taking those. How do you know what that level is in your body? So Shaklee took the B vitamins, and they said, okay, let's test them and see how they're best absorbed in the bowel. And this is the ratio that they found that absorbs the best. It doesn't block any of the other Bs, because if you take too much of one, you can block another. So this way, we get the best absorption from our B vitamins. So it's completely in harmony with how your body can use it the best. So not all vitamins are created equal at all. Shaklee uses patented delivery systems to make sure that the nutrients arrive where and when they're supposed to for maximum absorption. So you know that when you're spending your money on Shaklee supplements, they're actually going to get to where they need to be. So we have the purity and we have the potency. Do we have the proof? And I mean, besides a lot of, testimonies, hundreds of testimonies from people who feel better and just had healthier lives because of it, Shaklee decided to put it to the test with a third-party research. And so this is a third-party research company that actually said, okay, we want to take the Shaklee, the users who have used Shaklee supplements for 20 years or more, and then they compared to them people who use other supplements or no supplements. Across the board, the Shaklee group was healthier. They rated their health better, they took less medication, they had lower levels of inflammation, they had better heart health. And again, we can't say it was 100% better across the board. It's not that people had perfect health who use Shaklee, but when I look at all the different things in the test, I always say to people, when you look at the different groups, which group would you rather be in? I think you'd rather be in the group that had the highest rating for overall health. So this landmark study is unique in the industry. No other company has done this extensive type of research into proving that the products work. And the other really neat thing is when Shaklee had this research done, they said, no matter what, even if the results are negative, go ahead and publish whatever the results are, because they were so sure that the results would be positive. So the Shaklee difference, it is proven by science, it's proven by people. I mean, NASA has chosen Shaklee to be on every single mission since 1993, so that's pretty remarkable that they trust them as well. A lot of athletes trust Shaklee because they know that when they use the Shaklee products, they will not have a negative drug test, and they also know that when they use them, the products are going to work. So there's a lot of wonderful testimonies that we could share, but my favorite thing is to just hear new people, hear their experiences, hear their stories. So I really would like to invite you to experience it for yourself. How could you feel in 30 days? What could change in your life? Could you maybe reduce headaches? Could you have more energy? There's so many wonderful testimonies. I would love for you to make one of them, or I would love for you to make your own testimony about how this improved your life. And if it doesn't change your life, if you try the products and you say, you know what, it did not do anything for me, I don't like them, Shaklee has a 100% money back guarantee. That's how sure they are that this will make a difference in your life. And we don't just talk about, nutrition and supplements all the time. There's so many different aspects of wellness, and Shaklee has something for every single area of wellness in your home. So we have what you need for healthy nutrition. We have a program to help you become lean and healthy. And again, it's a very unique program where you are guaranteed to lose only fat and hold on to your lean muscle. It's very unique in the industry that way, because it's really focused on health first and really holding on to your lean muscle. So I love the program because I know when I use the different products in that program, and I'm doing my workouts, I get fast response time when I work out, just because it helps you hold on to lean muscle so well. Healthy Beauty, we have the vegan, cruelty-free skincare that is, again, simply amazing and wonderful to use. And we have everything you need for a healthy green home as well. And the products work so well and they're so economical to use. So I could talk about them for hours, but I won't. Again, I'm gonna invite you to experience them for yourselves and just to ask for a little more information about them if you're interested. So where do we start? Let's just start with the foundation. You have 3 different options for filling the nutrient gaps in your diet. One is a simple multiple vitamin, and again, these are safe as prenatals as well. So our multiple vitamin, we have with iron, without iron, and again, safe as a prenatal. And that is just a simple multiple vitamin. We have a step up from that, which is our vitalizer strip. And that's where a lot of people will start, because it gives you your multiple vitamin plus a bit of extra B and C, vitamin E, carotenoids, and your probiotics. And that's just a little bit of extra things just to help up your nutrient intake and get you a little bit better results. And then the third option is called Life Strip. And it has something in it that has a lot of polyphenols, and it's very good for people who have inflammation. So there's 3 different options, a good, better, and best option that you can choose from. The other first step that we always encourage people to take, the very foundational step, is protein. Dr. Shaklee said, if you only take one of my products, take the protein. Now, this is one of the last things that I finally agreed to try, but it probably made the biggest difference in my health because my immune system was so unbalanced. And I was trying all those different things to try to support my immune system and everything, but I didn't realize that just by being low in protein, my immune system was always running a little bit on deficient. So when I started fueling my body and giving it all the raw materials that it actually needed, suddenly I had everything I needed to build every healthy cell, hormone, enzyme, and antibody. So if you are using therapeutic products, I'm just going to say you will get better results if you first make sure you have the raw materials there first. So just a little bit further on the raw materials, you'll hear sometimes people talk about complete and incomplete proteins. So a complete protein basically just has all the amino acids that you need to make the complete chains. So I'll break that down a little bit more. When you take protein, when you eat protein, the body takes that protein and it searches for all the little amino acids in that protein. And you need a certain amount of these amino acids. There's 9 essential ones. So it's going to search that food for all the different amino acids. And if there's only 6 of the essential ones in that food, then your body cannot make a complete chain. It needs all 9 in that food to complete a chain. So animal-based proteins are generally complete. Soy is the only known plant-based complete protein. And then there's the incomplete proteins, which are your plant-based, but if you combine them, then you can make them into complete proteins as well. So it's very important to get your complete protein every single day and enough of it. But the other side of this is, I need probably 80, 100, if not more grams of protein every single day just because of my activity level. I don't think I want to eat that many calories every single day because I'm pretty sure I won't burn that off. So I'm really grateful to be using my easy to digest, plant-based, 0 cholesterol, 0 sugar, my Life Shake every single day, plus all the other nutrients that are in that Life Shake would cost me over $21 for us to buy all those nutrients at the store. So it's an easy, shake it up way for me to get my complete protein every day, and very easy on my kidneys, very easy on my system. And it's just, again, that complete protein. So my body has the raw materials it needs to do what it needs to do. So that shake is going to help build my immunity, balance blood sugar, promotes heart health, promotes healthy cholesterol levels, helps regulate menopause, hormones, builds all of your cells, enzymes, hormones, antibodies, sustains your energy. That's what complete protein does. And so all of that goodness is what I'm going to get when I take an easy Life Shake every single morning. Again, it's non-GMO, gluten-free, vegan, dairy-free, and it is keto-friendly as well. One of the important things to know as well, one of the beyond the label differences that are very important to know is that this soy, I know there's some controversy about soy, but this soy is non-GMO and properly processed, and it's water washed. So if soy has been alcohol washed, then the goodness in it, the isoflavones have been killed or deactivated. With the Shaklee, when they water wash it, which is a more expensive process, but it keeps those active isoflavones there, which are ginseng and daidzein, and they help you with bone density and hormone balancing and some really important things. So you want to make sure that the whole goodness of soy is there, and Shaklee has very neatly put together all the goodness of soy in that Life Shake, by also being very particular about their processing methods. Now, Shaklee also does offer a plant-based non-soy option for people who cannot have the soy. So where do you start? Very simple. We have so many different products. You can open our catalog and get lost in there, but I always say to people, just start with the basics, start with that Prove It Challenge. So the Prove It Challenge, you're going to get your simple strip every day and your shake. With this starter kit, you also get an optional free cleanse that you can do to kickstart your journey. Just clean out your system and get it ready to accept all this wonderful nutrition that you're going to be taking in. So the Prove It Challenge, it leaves people feeling healthier, more energized, and more focused, and it's a great starting place. Another option is the Immunity Challenge Pack, which is something that a lot of people are interested in right now. And again, you're going to get your strip and a shake every single day. And this starter kit comes with a free Nutriferon, which is an immune support product. So you're going to get some free products just for starting out your healthy foundation. So the Shaklee difference, it really starts with, um, you know, fueling your body with the basic things that it needs, with pure, potent, and proven products, things that are in harmony with nature. There's so many differences in the Shaklee products, just in how they formulate, how they stabilize. And we could go on forever about all those differences. But one of the things I also wanted to share is just one of the big differences is also Dr. Shaklee's philosophy, in that he wanted a company that would improve the lives of everyone that it touched, not just sell the products on the store shelf and pay the advertising companies and pay all the overhead, you know, just to get those products out into the hands of consumers. He had the products on the store shelf for a while, and Dr. Shaklee realized people aren't understanding the difference. They're not understanding the story behind these products. He wanted people to educate other people. So what he did, I think, is quite genius. He designed the very first business structure of this kind back in 1956, the first social marketing company. He said, I'm going to reward people who educate others, who share with others. I'm going to give them the advertising dollar. I'm not going to give it to the big advertising firms. I'm going to spread it out into society where it's needed. And so that created a huge social impact, and I'm grateful that he did that, because it gave me, a single mom, the option to help people create healthier lives and completely change my life. So I'm very glad in 1956 that he designed this social marketing structure the way he did it. Plus, he also was able to prevent his company from paying dead advertising costs. So basically that means he only had to pay for advertising when a product was sold, which saved them a lot of money, which is why they can put so much money into research and quality. So a lot of things are behind the Shaklee difference, including how the company is structured. So we really believe that everyone has the right to thrive, to live a life of energy, meaning, and purpose. And I am so grateful that back in 1997, that I was, I believe I was privileged enough to be, or I was blessed enough to be introduced to this. And so my life completely changed for the health. My health completely changed. And also I was able to have a life with meaning and with purpose. And I really just would love for people to be able to explore this for themselves and just consider how this could really change things for you in your life. So what if you did something today that gave you a better tomorrow? You might be listening just because you need more energy, less headaches. There's maybe a little bit more cash flow. There's so many different ways that Shaklee could impact your life. I just invite you to investigate this a little bit further. And I think you realize that this is like a company that you really can trust and embrace and proudly share with other people. So your future will be exactly what you decide to make it. I just really, again, encourage you to consider what Shaklee could do for your life, what it could change for your life. And I invite you to live each day and live it well. And I hope I can be part of your journey. Thank you very much.